Okay, we're going to call that a success. We'll back him up under the Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call that a success. And I'm going to add a little bit of weight to that tender. And I'll figure out some couplers for it. And we got one little Yardbird, I think it's about a 1950s, late 50s, early 60s, Yardbird yard goat working. So, thank you for tuning in. And if you like, share, subscribe, ring the bell if you want to be notified of the next video coming out. And if you can leave a comment or leave a thumbs up, it'd be greatly appreciated. And we'll see you again, and I got some other projects coming up. We'll see you again in the next video. And from all of us at Pacific Grand Western Railway, thank you very much for tuning in. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Pacific Grand Western Railway. Today, I have a restore and restoration video of this Revell 1950s F7 that is a pretty good rendition of the Globe model. Same number boards as Globe models had on theirs. But this one's made by Revell. It's got several problems. It's been sitting for quite a while. And the rear truck is also on an angle, if you see. Needs to be fixed. So this is another locomotive I found sorting out all my stuff over the last couple of weeks. This was another one that was been sitting in the boxes for a while. I also find one step is broken off it. I think I got another one to glue on. We'll find out as we get working on it. So we got, that is the feature video. But I would just like to give you an update on the channel move to Los Angeles. It is still ongoing. However, it is with everything, government and otherwise, taking a little bit of time, money, and paperwork to get everything through. But it's still ongoing, and it still will be happening. Just not exactly sure when at the moment. When the paperwork is through, it'll be done. My fiance is still in the background of the channel here. She's been helping out quite a bit with hashtags and reviewing the videos and titles and whatnot, and giving me a lot of much needed help in the background. So that I appreciate her for, and I appreciate your patience on waiting for us to get down there. And her name will be revealed when the time is ready for us to reveal it. And another thing, for all those of you who got these Bachmann Amtrak Metroliners out there. One thing today, I was just getting this one serviced and getting it going, and I discovered that this one is a dummy unit. I put the weights on it and changed it to my Accumate knuckle couplers on the end, which turn with trucks. But one of the things I found out putting it on the test track is it did not roll very freely. It was pretty stiff. So I took the trucks apart, and be very careful doing it. These side frames on these things are very, very brittle. But if you try to pry them off the front clip, they have a tendency to break on you. They're easily glued back together, but just be very careful. They are very gentle. And also, you have to take them apart by this clip, but you got to put that clip on first, then snap them down over this one. But what I found out taking it apart was the truck frame inside there, the little notches where the wheels axles fit in, had quite a bit of flash left over from the factory inside there at plastic flash. I had to get a sharp jeweler file, number 11 knife, which is one of these things, number 11 blade, and very gently and daintily clean up the axle bosses on both trucks, front and rear. And I also give them the axle journals, a little taste of oil on all four corners and in the axles. And now it does run much better. It's much smoother and rolls much freer on the track. So if any of you have one of these Bachmann dummies that's a bit stiff and not rolling quite right, there's just one screw. Take the truck off, clip it apart, and have a look at the axle bosses inside there. And just sharp knife is all you need just to clean out the flashing and whatever's in there. Plus this one, I need to drill a hole right in the center and put a screw in just to hold his centerpiece down here flat. I did put some weights on it, so it does now roll along quite free and quite nicely. But that is another update and a little bit of advice for you people. They are nice. These ones are made in Hong Kong. They are nice models, actually. My powered, this one's a dummy. My powered one is in Surrey, BC. Unfortunately, all the Bachmann cars I had to go with it to match them got stolen in my father's vintage bus in White Rock, unfortunately. But I still have this one, and eventually I'll find the Bachmann Bud cars to go with them eventually down the road. So that is just another update. So with those two updates out of the way, let me put my visor and my visor on my thing, and we'll test out this Canadian Pacific, then get at it. This visor's that. Whoa! Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. That was my bad. Okay, we'll give it a little bit of power. See what's happening here. It's also leaning over really bad. Now she's dead in the water, so we'll open her up and see what we can do. I think these just come apart same as all the other F7s. Or as I know anyway. Okay, this is a 1950, see the name inside there? This is a 1956 Revell model. Nice shape outside of that. Oh, I guess it's one of these is broke off. The step is broke off. Pardon me. I do have another step. I don't have another one of these, unfortunately. But maybe I can find one. Pardon me. Now, there's what your chassis looks like on a Revell. Kind of like a Varney. Pardon me. Let me get a drink here. Very similar to an old Varney lifelike drives. Weight in the center. And then they got the coupler, so it's all-wheel drive. And I'm guessing just rear-wheel pickup. Okay, well, how do you get I'm doing this blind. I've never worked on one of these before. Not on a Revell. So what you see is, that just pops out of there. Okay. I'm learning on here along with you, folks. Guess it clips in. Okay. Well, how do these trucks go together? Okay, I take it. You well, I'll take the right side frames off. Maybe that'll give us a clue. You know, they pop off easy. I'll put it in the dish here to look clean. And that's all there is to that. Ingenious. Now, maybe I don't have to get the front truck out. I'll just clean it and leave it as is. It's not that dirty. I'll just clean everything. Then I can re-lube and put everything together. I am going to take this coupler screw out. I might see about putting another coupler on the front of it. Just a little screw like that. Oh, okay, I see the pin to hold the coupler in is broke off. Okay, no biggie. It's got an indentation there that can be drilled out and a screw put in. No biggie. Okay, front truck. Now this rear truck, and why the devil is it on an angle? Whoop. Look at that, what's in there? Okay. I take it, it came out of this came out of a box on eBay I bought when I first come down here to Ontario. And this got put in a box, and it's probably been sitting around on it. Oh, well, there the truck popped back into shape where it's supposed to be. I take it, that's how you get them apart. Okay, you just spread these frames gently. Well, oh, come on, I don't want to have to take those wires off. Oh, there we go. Just as the old saying goes, you got to hold your tongue just right. Okay, this just pops in under these little clips here, the trucks. But again, I don't think I need to take the front one off. I can put a little bit of cleaning lubricant under there. I'll just clean it out with a Q-tip and some alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and that should be all we need with that. This is what we need to clean up, and this gear is also, you see, not really engaged very good. So we'll work on that. And this is what I use for cleaning. It's 99% alcohol. It doesn't hurt plastic, but it does cut grease down pretty good. But also beware, it does attack paint. So beware of that. These clips pop off pretty good. And I think for seeing as we can, we're just going to take the motor off the chassis just to clean everything a wee bit better. Oh, okay. And just a nut. Oh, well, there's one problem right off the bat. They always say have a tug test on your wires for ungluing. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, they just clip off. Okay. Boy, they are. Okay, and that goes in there. I think I can figure that out to put it back together, maybe. Yeah, we'll just come unsoldered. We can clean all that up and resolder everything and see what we got. In the meantime, boy, this gear seems like it's rubbing on the I guess there's a little spring here. Very gently, gently. Well, remove the brush. A lot of oil on it. This thing's been over oiled. Well, that's easy to get apart. I just found this thing cleaning up in my tools. Very good. Brush is good and long, just I don't think there's that many hours on this thing. But I'd like to know why this motor's a bit clogging here. Is there a... Oh, this thing for... Oh, very good. Very good magnet. It's one thing I got to get me is one of those remagnetizers. But I don't have the 350 clams right at the moment. And that is going to be a real goofy thing to get in there to clean that commutator. Not sure I like this motor. It really needs to be cleaned, and I would like to know why it's clogging. I won't like the gears pushed back too far. But I'll use a newspaper to put the stuff on once we get it cleaned here. Paintbrush is better. You can't get these things mixed up because one has got a gear on it and one don't, so you can't mix these up. And that is good. The nice thing about this alcohol, it does evaporate and dry. So we'll clean this front truck up. And these here axle bosses, what I was saying on that Bachmann Metroliner that had the flash along the edges and in here. So this one is nice and clean. Just a dear old Bachmann system for you. They made really nice bodies backman, but their drivetrains were absolutely garbage. Not to worry, this is rubbing alcohol. It's made to be put on human bodies. It won't harm you. And by the way, to all my Canadian subscribers and fans and viewers out there, happy Thanksgiving. To you U.S. members, this is our Thanksgiving tomorrow in Canada. So, happy Thanksgiving to everyone who's viewing me from Canada. And I'm sure we can all find something to be thankful for this year. I have a very beautiful fiance and soon-to-be stepdaughter that I'm happy and grateful for. Aye, this guy's been rugged. And this is another reason, ladies and gentlemen, you never ever run a locomotive on a carpet. Because there is the reason why. That gets in there, as you can see. And this is a real handy tool. Yeah, this is another reason never run a locomotive on a carpet, ladies and gentlemen. I know that was what happened in the day, but boy, this guy's had some heavy hours on him. And it's amazing me how companies like Varney and Mantua and Revell, all these can make these inside axles out of plastic of some kind that don't crack, and yet dear backmen, many years newer, have all theirs crack. Quite amazing. And boy, is this one. This is one of the worst ones I've ever had to clean. This is just one axle. Wow. Old brass wheels oxidized. I'll clean them up in a minute when I get all four of them clean. Yeah, this whole thing is not cracked or anything. Slight case of these things were all made in America. They were built to last. You can tell which is not made in America and wasn't made to last. I'm just going to check that. Make sure they're engaged. For the heck of it, seems I got to... No, they're not. Okay, I'm going to put this slightly in a vise, see what happens. Okay. We still got... That's what's keeping it from going engaged. Wow. I'm glad I found this tool. Cleaning up. It's amazing what you find sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, when you clean up. Also found I lost a box of tools, equipment in the moving up to the apartment here. Somehow. Which is not entirely cool. Perfect. Okay, here's one set. This you should be able to get at any hobby shop, or you can order it off the NMRA. It's just a HO scale standard gauge. That stuff got wound around there pretty good. Carpet fibers, the bane of locomotives everywhere, diesel and brass. And unfortunately, too, it is one of the things that choked a lot of people and put them out of model railroading, especially if they had the Tyco train sets, which were quite popular, and I still have nothing against them. They had some neat equipment, and their power torque drive wouldn't have been that bad if it hadn't been for the being run on carpet. But they plugged up like this, quit, then people got choked because the locomotive didn't run very long, and subsequently gave up and got out of the hobby, which was kind of a shame, because if they were put on a board and lubed and looked after, you wouldn't have this problem. And that one's good and in line. I'll clean them a bit later. This one's yeah, I didn't put the music on for this one. I was trying that out, but I got marked for a copyright, even though it was supposed to have been free music, so I still got to deal with finding a track that I can get from YouTube that's got some music I don't mind on. This was a video that I was going to do another one, update video, on the progress at the Go transit station, because they're doing their new double tracking, but it's kind of a dull, miserable, nasty day, so I said to heck with it. I got this locomotive. We'll resurrect this one. He's been sitting forlorn in a box for the last 5-6 years. Maybe it's time to get him out and get him going. This paintbrush is just a simple, bought out of the dollar store. It doesn't matter if it gets wrecked by the alcohol. They're like $1.99 or something for the pack of them out of the dollar store. And they do work good for doing this. And that stuff is still down in there. What's happened is a little slot in here that separates between the wheel and the plastic axle. And it's carpet fibers that got down inside that crack and wrapped around the axle shaft. That guy's good. Except we got some around the gear here too. Well, one thing's for certain. Somebody's got a lot of fun out of this old locomotive. It's apparently been well run on the floor. Whether it was around the Christmas tree or what. It's had some time on the rails. So we'll clean it up and oh yeah, that stuff is. We don't want to pull the axles out because they're good and tight and holding them. I don't want to take any chance of messing that up. Okay. Everybody's back in where they should be. So I'm just going to clean up the frame, and I think I'll clean the wheels and put the front frame back together. Front truck, everything all back together. Whoa! There's some more in the chassis frame. In the centers of the axles, ladies and gentlemen. These are in the journals of the frame here, in these frame journals. It's all wrapped around in there too. Wow. Yeah, I say it was time. This guy had some servicing and some love. Okay, we'll let that stuff sit for a minute. Well, we put the front truck back together. Okay, we'll got my little stick I made on. We'll get our super lube. And we'll put a touch down here for the drive gear. I will go in like so. Put just a touch on the gears. And we'll give him a little. This stuff is multi-purpose synthetic. It doesn't hurt the plastic. You can get it on Amazon along with carbon conductive grease. And we'll clean up his wheels. These don't pick up any power, but we'll clean them just the same. Okay, it doesn't really matter which way they go in there like that. Well, you can see the dirt that's taken off them. That's how dirty they are. I'm going to turn the soldering iron on so it's got time to warm up. You can see the difference in wheels. Goes in there like that. I'm just gonna give a just a bit of a taste to that. Deer. And we're just gonna give a little bit of a taste of oil to the shafts, so it will mix in with the grease and give it a little bit more lubricating qualities. That's all you need. And this, oh, guess I just need a snap cover. Okay. Okay, here's one thing I just learned. Oh, there we go. Oh, where's the gear here? Okay, that's working perfect. Now, while I'm at it, I'm going to clean these wheels. Then we'll work on cleaning the motor and getting that salvage ready to go. Now we'll try on Wednesday, if it's not a miserable nasty day and rainy, go to the GO train station and see if I can do that update video, or the putting the new dual tracks and the platform extension on the TTC side of the station. And maybe I can catch the Via Rail while I'm at it. It goes through on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Wednesdays and Saturdays. Or Sundays, pardon me. I have yet to find out when it comes back to Toronto. I don't know if it gets back here at 5 o'clock in the morning, but the nice Via Rail website doesn't tell you what day. And these ones I'm going to do the backup because they run on the wipers. And they're very needed to be cleaned. Wow. Once that's done, and I'm also going to have coming up, I have a Bowser T1 4444 duplex locomotive that I got all the powertrain parts for. Just needs to be wired up to get powered up to get it running on the rails. That is going to be an upcoming video as well. And I might just make videos, make it in several parts of building up a Bowser Big Boy from kit, from start to finish, and getting it on the rails. That quite possibly be a upcoming video series. It's going to have to be on a many-parted segment, because it's going to be quite a bit of that big boy is going to be quite I got to solder the two bodies together, and because they joined to make the big boy Bowser, they got two Challengers. They cut the boiler in half, and well, not really in half, they cut it kind of like in 3/4. Then they spliced the boilers to make them the longer boiler for the big boy, because they were the same boilers. Then put the 4-wheel big boy undercarriage under it. So I have to do some soldering the body together and all that. So that's going to be all in a video. So it's going to be probably a 10 or 12 part video series. It'll be nice to see that all metal big boy running. I have the tender, everything for it. I got one of those Revell monogram kits, big boy plastic kits to get the tender out of, and I'm pretty sure there's I got the Bowser conversion kit that they have made to convert them to be run behind the big boys, which is what they sold a lot of those monogram, now Revell big boy kits for. People bought them for the tenders because they had really nice tenders, and put them behind their big boys and their Challengers, which I have done also. I also had the big boy Challenger, but it just needs to be wired up too, I believe. Another upcoming videos. Okay, there's the wheels done. Well, let's turn our attention to the motor here. How am I going to clean that? Oh, I still don't like this. I really can't get the fiberglass pencil in there to clean that. If I can get some fresh alcohol and drop through it, will help. I'm going to hang my gauge up. This is just fresh alcohol. Same stuff. I just don't want to use the stuff in the thing that's got oil in it. So I want this fresh stuff. This is just a little eyedropper bottle you can get out of the dollar store. They have them for traveling kits and whatever. Just want to put the fresh stuff through it so it don't contaminate the armature with the oil. I can't really get in this one. Kind of like a Pitman motor, but as my grandpa would say, it's the same, only different. Ah, that's actually better. Not cogging anymore. I think we washed the dirt or whatever was in it out, which was my idea. Yeah, much better. But how do I clean that commutator? Although it don't look that bad, so see if I can maybe rub it down with a, like this, with a, oh, well, dampen this thing, and maybe we can do that enough to clean it a bit. It's not really that. Oh, that did. We'll do the other end. Maybe I'll do it from the bottom this time. Ah, that did clean out the brush hole. That clean things up quite better. Again, I found these oral dental picks at the dollar store for cleaning out the gaps in the commutator. They got nice plastic, not a little brush on this end, but they got a nice little thing just to get in here and do this. They're plastic, they can't hurt the armature, and they are getting some gunk out of it. Okay, now give this front bearing just a touch of taste of good stuff. Work it back and forth so it goes in there. Nice. Now how to... Oh, I don't like these motors. Oh. Oh. Okay. You can give it just a tad of... Well, okay. If you want to do that, oh, that's a good tight magnetic. It seems to solve that problem. There's his brush. I just like to touch these up just a little bit, get that shine off them, make them look dull, because they get a little bit of oxidization on them. He fits down in there. Something like that, and this fits up there. Something like that. Okay. You don't need too much, all you need to do is just kind of make it look dull again. That takes the oxidization off it. Turning like that. Get this in there. Turn that like that, and there we go. Now, according to that Hoyle guy, this should go. There we go. One way. Oh, that's a nice smooth motor. Okay. Clean up this wiper. Put this out of the way for a minute. Yeah, these little dots will rub on the back of the wheels to give power. Clean them up there. And then we need this thing. Hmm. Don't really think it makes much difference which one that solders onto, to be honest with you. What I'm going to do is just give it a light clean up. Where's this one's got a clean end? Yep. Light clean up with rubbing alcohol so the solder sticks a little better. We're just going to tin this. Oh, get around my thing, you. Ah, let go. Okay, this can be fun. Oh, what goes in there, it says. So. Oh, maybe it wants the back one then. No biggie. That's too high. Let's see if I can strip some of this. Ah, there. Okay. 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 Whoops. We need this thing. Oh, I'm not sure if that's supposed to be straight like that, bent like that. Guess it is. And I'm just going to put a little bit of just a taste of good stuff on it. Ah, there we go. Now, this goes on here. Okay, it's got a notch there, notch there. That notch goes on. Huh? Maybe the other way. Oh. Yeah, that magnet's strong. Okay, this can... I never thought to see if the... Okay, we're going to put his screw back down in there. Maybe that'll... Okay. Now, why is that not? That's got to be upside down. That's what's got to go with these. I see one of the things that happened is when this one fell out, nope, you can only go in one way. This is where you need 5 hands. Something like that. Let's see if I can pop on. How does this roll? Just like that. Okay. Sure, you won't come off. I gotta get this guy. Hmm. Okay. Alright. Okay, we're gonna put some super lubes down in this hole here. Down in there. Alright, seems to do that. I guess they're down where we're gonna go. Okay, we're just going to put a touch of this to do the machine. See if this goes again. Says he's a bit tight here. My problem is I got some super lube on me. Thing is definitely binding him up. It seems to be free. Maybe this needs to be letting run for a few minutes. Okay. Okay. Ah, that must be it. Okay, let us put him on the test track. Ouch. See what happens. Come on. Hmm. Maybe just needs to be run in. Get on the rail. Alright, now we just need to be run in. I think he just needs to be run in now. Okay, let's see what we can do with this step. And I'm going to put a little bit of I think everything just tight and new and needs to be run back in again. I'm just going to put a little bit of this over here just to hold those there wires in place. See if we got a step we can put on him quickly. Well, I also have a scrap shell. Hey, we can get that other piece that's broken too. The reason we keep scrap shells in model railroading. Just a little spot on there. Oh, that guy wants to be a thing. Come on, turn around, you. Let that harden for a couple of minutes. What seems decent, but we're going to have a look at this front coupler. If a guy could find another pin for that. Might be able to find a coupler in my stash somewhere. I don't normally keep horn hook couplers, but that's a later date. It's not a immediate. What, you're not going to go now? Oh, there we go. Why won't you back up? What did it do? Why the... We got carpet dust inside there. Well, what if we take these wires off and put them down on the side? Are you going to like that better? I wonder if these drive wheels have to go a certain direction. Is it possible? Just something locking him up somewhere. And yet it turns so free. Going good both ways here. Shut forward. Oh. Well, you see something here. Oh. Oh, where did the piece fly off to? Right shaft. And a bunch of neodymium magnets. I wonder if that will. Well, I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. For some reason or another, something is locking things up here. Something in this motor. I wonder if this is too tight. Shouldn't, but what would be locking you up? I don't see no flash. Gears are all good. Seem to be free enough. And I take it these are to hold yep, they're exactly the same thing. Okay. Ah. Well, maybe we'll pop the body on and see what happens. Whoops-a-daisy. Well, I just got to put a little bit of... These modern glues don't stick like they used to do. Okay. Yep, the light's working. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. After much finessing, we can call it a success. Now I think he just needs to be on his track and worked in. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, that was a little bit longer video than I planned on, but it needed a little bit of finessing and work, but as you can see, some of them that they go quickly, others for some reason or another you have to just mess around with and whatever. And accidentally, these are those neodymium magnets. If you scrap any DVD players and whatnot, you can get these magnets free out of them. That's where I got them from. There's all different sizes. I used the bigger ones in one of my other locomotives to boost its motor up, to give it some strength. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it a video. And thank you all for tuning in and getting this old Revell back on the rails. I'll see about finding a pin for it, and I might convert it over to knuckle couplers. I'll see what happens. But other than that, thank you for tuning in. And from all of us at Pacific Grand Western Railway, thank you for tuning in. If you like, share, give a comment, hit the bell if you want to be notified of upcoming videos. And we'll see you in the next one.